So we got some betting going in right now for baseball. It's a playoff season, right? And you're going to see we have two baseball, okay, and then two WNBA today. And let's go ahead and break these down and see if we can find any value. What I'm looking for too, what I've been looking for the last few days, because I've been winning the last few days as far as like my bets go. I've been looking at the stats and looking to see if is it possible that they can hit the line? Is it possible they can go under the line? And just by looking at the odds, like trying to go against them in a way where like seeing something like, we'll break it down. Let me show you an example. So what we're doing, the filters, you're going to see the D-Vig book is going to be Pinnacle, multiplication, multiplicative, okay, quarter Kelly, and then you're going to see how I have everything else set up. Okay, just to give you an idea, and then you can mix this up too if you want. You can just do all bets. I'm just showing player props right now, and then the range would be during the week. You can do the next 24 hours, up to you. The bookies I'm using is Caesars and BetMGM. Okay, and you can add anything over here too as well. However you want it, you can do that over here. All right, so let's go through the first one. All right, Smith. So have her plus 100 over 8.5 points. All right, Fever versus Aces. So let's say if we remember, let's say we're doing an example of our limit is $1,000. I can't even think of it right now. We have a $1,000 bankroll, right? So 0.6%, 61%, right, is going to be $6 to make things easier for you, so you can understand it as we're looking at this. Now we're looking at the last five. Let's see. Okay, one thing too, show only home games, so they're playing at home. I want you to take this into consideration. Look at that last home game on the 23rd, which is exactly a week ago. She crushed this line. Okay, she crushed it. Now the previous game, and you can also look at the minutes she played. Okay, so she's getting some minutes. When she gets her minutes, seems like when she gets over 20 minutes, she hits this, which is interesting because you look at that, she got 22 minutes on 22 minutes. Was it 22 minutes on? Oh, so this was an away game, it looks like, right? Yeah, okay, it was an away game. But it seems like when she gets those home games, she hit it over here too, right? Yeah, she hit it here and here. So she does showing potential. When she gets close to good minutes, when she gets some good minutes in, she's hitting this, okay? So when she gets her minutes in, she's going pretty good with this. Now, if we look at kind of points allowed game, 81, rank 8. You can see that's Indiana, right? That's India, the rank 8 for points allowed, which is good. So we're seeing some good results. As far as we know, it's a home game. The last 5 games, she's hit this 3 out of the 2 or 3 out of 5, right? You look at the last 10, she's consistency here, which is nice. And then she obviously has 2 in a row, which is not good. But then she goes ahead and hits it over here, which is about a week ago. And the last time she hit this too as well, we look down here. So they played 2 days ago. They played 3 days or 4 days ago. They hit that. She hit that. So she's hit this right here back to back, which is really nice for her. So this is a home game, away game, and then the another one's a home game. Okay, so that's good. Now let's come in here. Let's see what Pinnacle is showing. Pinnacle, when we compare the lines, to say you can even add all the other ones in there too as well. Look at that, right? All right, so now it's like too much going on. Let's take these out. All right, so if we just look at these two, minus 123. Pinnacle seems to be consistent at that line right there. You're seeing it went up a little bit, and then MGM went up, but we got like a 20-point difference, which is not bad. So you compare them. If you compare the other bookies to this line, let's come back over here. We drop this down. So they have her going over, and you compare it to the other bookies. You see like Bovado has it going under, Flip has it going under. So this one's like a tough one. This is like really up to you. But when I see like the consistency or anything like that going on, she has potential to surpass that line. And if you come over here, type in Google, let's say Las Vegas Aces. Okay, they're at game 5 tied up. I feel like she has to have a good game in order for them to win, have a chance to win this game. She's probably going to have to go off a little bit over here, or like, we'll obviously work the other way, but it's game 5. Think about it, the pressure. She knows, like, she's telling herself that she needs to perform well. So we're just going to go ahead and hit this one in here, okay? Just for I think that this one would be a good one to do. Like, all the analytics are there as far as, like, the lines of the movement. When you're comparing the lines are okay, but when you're comparing, like, the stats and the pressure and then a game 5 series, like, they need her to perform. We need at least 10 points from you. So that's what I'm thinking right there. So over. And then remember, so we're set over 1,000, so it would be like a $6 bet on this one. Okay, so keep in mind, like, when it comes to that, you're doing your bet size is all up to you. Okay, you can, whatever your bet size is, okay, just keep that in mind. Your bankroll is over 1,000, if it's 2,000, you can go from there. So if it's 2,000, that would be a $12 bet, right? So just keep that in mind. So everyone's going to be different. Just trying to show it to the bare minimal. If you have a bigger bankroll, then you'll bet a little bit bigger than that. So that one, boom. All right, now let's go over here. This one was a interesting one. I feel like Cratchit from the Boston Red Sox. Now this is a good one because I wanted something that I'm looking at right now is like it showed the weather over here. It looks like the weather has a 42% humidity. It's a little gloomy. It looks like it's showing it, which is really cool. 10 miles an hour. That's some heavy wind, right? So I feel like when you're looking at this type of stuff, this is really cool. I feel like this is obviously there's going to be the wind's going this way. You see what the direction of it. I know that with wind in baseball, there's tends to be, if the wind is going the correct way, there's tends to be some really good home runs. There's a lot of home runs in the games, or it helps dictate if they're going to have a home runs. And this is really cool by Outlier. I like how they have this little window for the weather. If you haven't tested out Outlier, there's a free trial down below. Make sure you use my link, my affiliate link. I get a little kickback from that if you guys sign up, but I'm just showing you what we're looking at the analytics and give us the best betting decision. Now let's go over here. So we look at the last 5. Okay, he pitched on the 24th, it looks like, and he didn't hit that line. He's had some crazy strikeouts, some decent strikeouts. So when he played the Yankees on the 14th, he did 12 strikeouts. Okay. It's just interesting because that's like a good. And then he played against Cleveland Guardians. He had 4. He pitched 6 innings, 7 innings. So he's averaging, like, that game he averaged some good amount of strikeouts per inning. He was like striking out like 2 batters. It seems like he had 2 batters per inning, which is crazy. Okay. Strikeouts. Okay, 2025 he's averaged, yeah. So it's not him. This is not here. So you can switch it, starting pitchers. You can see that, right? Pretty cool. So when you get versus, he's 3-0 against New York Yankees, 18-5 in 2025. This is going to be an interesting game. I wonder what the money. Something else I'd like to look at too is, do they have this game being a really close game? Because I feel like I feel like the odds are pretty close right here. Okay, so they have it being a close game by looking at the odds, and you can look at the spread too as well. But spread usually for baseball, you can see it's pretty much all the same through the whole. But like this game you can see the odds are They're a big difference right here. But this one seems to be really close. This one's really close. These 2 games right here seem to be really close. It'd be really good games. Starts at noon and 3. Come over here. Let's go ahead and look at that last 5, last 10. He's hit it. Didn't hit it, didn't hit it, and then didn't hit it. So he seems up, down, and that's betting for you, right? So you can see that 40% of the time he's hit that. Okay, there. Now, head-to-head, you can see that he's pretty much crushed that line every single time, right? Now, if we come over here to away games, this is the only thing. So when we look at the away games, he's hit this against the New York Yankees. Okay, he's hit this both times. But we look at the last. Let's look at the last. Let's look at those dates too, by the way. 2020, yeah. 6, 7, 8, 23. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at the last 5. Okay. Last 10. You can see that he does right here. He struggles. It seems like he struggles more with the away games. If I'm getting that correctly. Yeah, he struck just a tiny bit. Right? Pretty much very close across the board. Now this is going to be a tough one. Something like this. I see, like, I feel like this is just a high. Now look at the odds. So this is another thing too. Like, I feel like this helps give you a better decision, because you got some of these people betting at the sharpest bookie in the world, Pinnacle, right? People are like hitting that and then hitting it again. Okay, they're pushing this down. Now the line is at -110. Okay, the weather's not so good. The weather seems to be a little bit humid and a little bit of a wind to it, right? This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I want to say no, but then I'm just like, okay, what about the other factors? But then the thing that hits me the most is the head-to-head. You see that, and then 2025, he hits it consistently. So, like, I don't know. I feel like we'll come back to this one, okay? Now let's go to the next one, Gavin Williams. This is another one, okay? I want to hurry up and try to get this in before the line moved, and I think it already did. Okay, let me see, -40. Dang, let me see if this one already moved. Okay, it starts in 45 minutes too, which isn't cool. And what we got here? See if it's not loading. Of course it's not loading. Come on. Of course the app doesn't want to load for me. There it goes. Now the line moved. Dang it. Because that, what was that? -6.5. It moved. They pushed it down and went down to 5.5. Let's see what the other apps are moving out. Trying to see if I can get it at a. It all moved. So this one would have been a really solid one, because look at that. That thing's just pushing down. So it was like at -140. Now it's like pushing down even more. Okay. I feel like when you look at the Pinnacle, and you can see you have some other sharp bookies that are bettors over there that are doing, you see it like pushing down and then goes down again and down again. I feel like people are just consistently hitting that line, and they have a good feeling that's not going to do good. Now, my only thing is too, the weather. I feel like the weather is going to play a big role with Crotchett's pitching. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hit his line, because I feel like yeah, look at it. See, like, it's pushing down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going. I'm looking at that. I feel like this is going to make a big difference in how he's going to perform today. Okay. This one right here, 5.9%. So just go ahead. Like, I would go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and, if it's $1,000 bankroll, you just do $6 on that one. It's up to you how you feel about it. All right, -110. This seems to be good. Odds are good. That's not bad. We're going to go with it. We're going with it. This one's a no. Okay, let's check out her, Smith. So we got her up here, and she's the forward. You're going to see. Okay, we still rebounds without. This is good. This is favorable, right? This is in our favorite. What happened? Did that line move too? Let me see. It's not popping up on our end. It moved. Gosh dang it. Yeah. All right, so you can see. Let me see if we can find anything else over here. Let's go during the next 24-hour player pops. Let's go ahead and do all bets. All right, here's some stuff way out, but no, this is like about a week out. You can do also too. I'll just do it in the just for today. Get some daily bets in for today, but that's what I would do. Try to get this video out as fast as possible before any of the other lines move. But that's the whole idea, to see everything. You can see that some of the good bets, like that one that we had was the Guardians. It was Gavin Williams, right? You can see if the line starts to push, you look at that Pinnacle line that I'm sharing with you in this video. If it starts to push and it keeps going down and down, most likely they're going to move that line, okay? And you can see it consistently going down, and they're pushing it, and people are just slamming it with money, okay? You'll see that, and you want to jump ahead of that, because that's very important, because the next thing when it comes to anything like that is they're going to shift the line, and then that bet is like there's no value there no more, okay? So keep that in mind when it comes to any of that. Yeah, then there's a solid bet if you want to go ahead and get in on that too as well. Caesars has it at minus 180. Okay, I did this one minus 180, and you're going to see that the line's pushing. Okay, it's still pushing, and it will drop down again as of this morning. So see that little dip? It went down another minus 228. So keep in mind, like when people are betting and they're slamming the lines, usually most of the time what's happening is people are placing bets, so the line starts to drop more and more. So more sharp bettors start to bet on Pinnacle, and we see that, and then it helps us make a data driven decision. So pay attention to that Gavin Williams line. If it moves up and down before game time, it starts in 45 minutes, I would highly recommend you stay on top of that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this in there too and get it up before the game starts. But a lot of the lines are moving right now. Okay, they're moving like crazy right before the game starts. I'm looking at this. You can see that it's going up, and then it just is starting to drop down. I'm assuming what's happening is they're opening up the lines a bit. All right, and then rebound. No, I looked at this one too. This one populated back up. I wouldn't take this one. I don't feel comfortable with that one. 250. Is it max line on that one? Over, under. So all the lines have it. Okay, and let's see. There's two right here. Okay. Have the Yankees going over the runs. So this one is, I'm looking at this right here. So the last five, you're going to see. Okay, let's look at the away games too. He struggles a bit there. He's at that line, but let's look at the away games here. We'll do more. He's pretty much even there. He's the last five. He's doing okay. He does head-to-head away games. You can still see that if he still has an opportunity, we're seeing a chance of him not hitting that. And I think with the weather, okay, the wind. Okay, 10 miles per hour. You got a pickup at noon. Okay. It's 1-1 against them. So he does struggle. Like if he's not having a good day, he can not hit this. But he seems to barely hit that line. Hit twice, barely hit that line, and then when he has a really good game, he'll hit 10 strikeouts. That's crazy. But he seems to average, we got 7.6, but he seems to 6 to 8. So it's like, I feel like it's a good chance to do this. The last five, you're going to see like he hit an 8 against on the last week against them. It was a away game. See, last five is 2. Okay. Yeah, he's been hitting 9s and 8s. Is he going to do that again? Third time playing against him. Is he going to do that again? What you guys think? What you think? Head to head. Dang, he crushes. This is a tough one. No. Let's go to this one. Nick outs. No, he's crushing this. Or he should at least get a little bit over this. Yeah, we ain't playing with him. He may have a bad game. You never know. But okay, like this one right here. This seems to be a solid one. Last 20. And, runs. They seem to do this. They're showing signs over here. That's what I like. Last game only 3. Last 10. You see right here. So this would be a good one. This is definitely like a no-brainer for me. Like when I see stuff like that. Like they can do it. They can do over. Yankees can do over 5 runs. I feel like when it comes to this right here, the wind's 10 miles an hour going, what is that, like southeast, I want to say southeast east, something like that. Okay, Yankees, see home games. So now if they hit this right against Crotchet, and you can see pitcher. He's a left-handed pitcher. See how they perform. That's crazy. See, they seem to be. They perform pretty decent. So this one, yeah. That's 20. Yeah, 50, 10. Ooh. But we have the odds at. Let's see. It's another thing too we're looking at. Okay, that's pushing down a bit. What's it favored over? Okay, they're over favored to go over that. Head to head. They struggled the last time. The Red Sox, I don't feel like that's going to happen this time, though. I'm going to go ahead and take this. Look at, they're moving the lines out a lot right now, too. I feel like this is close, too. Like, looked at a few things. He crushes them in the last few games, though. Okay. Let's see. Remember, our goal here is to win, right? So that's my thing. I'm looking at all this stuff and trying to understand everything, but my goal here is to win. So over 4.5 or over 3. See, even 3.5, but we're doing the EV, right? So we're looking at this. We're seeing like the big difference in the line discrepancies, right? Pinnacle is plus 6, 7. Which is, when you compare it, you come over here, they have it under like big time. But when you're looking at the stats here, they've been showing, they show signs of hitting that. So that's another thing too. Like I want to see signs that they can hit this. Okay, they're hitting it. All right, last 10, last 5, they've been hitting it, right? Except for the last game against the Orioles, they only did 3. But I think if they have a solid hitting game, they can definitely do this. And you can look over here at batter stats, and then you can put like against them too as well. Some of them have home runs against them. Aaron Judge has 2 against them. And they play against each other. Some RBIs over here. They definitely hit off of them if what they're doing. And a lot of the lines are changing still, so you get the fair value at plus. And don't put nothing crazy. You can see that's a 0.10, so that would be like a $2 from our $1,000 bankroll. So don't go anything too crazy, but it's a risk that you can possibly take here. Okay. I didn't like the stats on this one right here. The last 5 is she hits him sometimes. She looks like she struggles to get to 4-5. I didn't like that. No. Okay. Under on that one. I think we're good at updated too, you can tell. Okay, so yeah, there it is. We got one more bet in, and I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and make sure you subscribe to my channel.